Hello, everybody.
And welcome back to another episode of Mondays Are For the Nerds. I'm your co-host, Jay Wright.
I'm your other co-host, Tristan Stump.
We thank you for joining us as we recap last week's pop culture news. You're going to get a bit more out of us because A, we're recording much later because of things that we're doing, and B, Comic-Con is finishing up, and we wanted to get the big things happening on that this week. I don't have much small talk. Been working. I saw movies yesterday. That's about it.
I beat the Mermaid Mask.
Nice.
We need to play, even if it's not for a Let's Play, we need to play it together because I want to see your reactions to things.
Yeah. I think you told me about that one last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a release last week. I beat it. I think that's pretty much all I've done. It got me in the mood, so I played the previous game. Yeah. I haven't played it in like however many years since it came out, so you know what, I'll play it again. I know who did it, but that doesn't make like getting to that point any less fun.
Yeah.
And so, especially with, and just like my second favorite video game franchise, Professor Layton, when you don't play the games for so long, you forget all the solutions.
Yes.
So even if you know the twist of the story, getting there is still fun. So
I think I had a game I did that recently. I forget what. I don't know. Might have been just like parts of Assassin's Creed I'm forgetting about Black Flag. So I'm replaying it right now. But I love it when they're like that.
But yeah, that is pretty much been my
between week. Acting and all that.
Yep.
I have finished my run in the show Play We Are In Together currently. As of just before recording tonight. You have one more left.
Oh, I did get my newest issue of Absolute Green Arrow.
Yes.
I've been reading. I'm just got issue 3 and read issue 3. So that's originally is halfway through the series. Now it's a fourth of the way through the series because they got expanded to 12 issues. And then I got the first issue of Dark Knights of Steel 2. Mm-hmm. So very, very cool.
It was good. I forgot I got the Daredevil comics yesterday when I was out of town. Mm-hmm. I got, which one's did I get again? I got Born Again, Man Without Fear. The other one had Muse. I forget what the name was.
Yeah, but
The Dark Heart. Excited to read those.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot of small talk because A, we have a lot of news, and B,
we haven't really done a lot of stuff. Trying to get my releases for this week.
Yes, sir.
In movies, on Friday, July 24th in theaters, Motor City released. In the 1970s Detroit, John Miller falls for a local gangster's girl. In retaliation, the gangster enacts a frame job to send the innocent man to prison. Life ruined, Miller plots a revenge campaign against the man who took his girl away. I did watch this yesterday. It is... I'm very intrigued by the recent couple of movies where like they try to go like zero dialogue for whatever reason and rely on like through action and everything. I feel like there's 3 stages in the recent ones where this fits into. Like Silent Night was okay because the reasoning behind it was fair to lead to the story, but also there's some laziness they used to it because of that. This one had no reason in the story to be like no dialogue. It was just action heavy, and it was like better. But the best one would have to be Flow. That's because it's animals and you can't have dialogue with that. But it was fine. I enjoyed it. Her Private Hell had a limited release, a hypnotic, unhinged thriller with an original story promising plenty of glamour, sex, and violence. Hadestown the Musical came to theaters. It is the pro shot of the Hadestown Broadway show. On streaming, 72 Hours came to Netflix. A 40-year-old executive ends up at a 3-day bachelor party with 20-somethings after being mistakenly included in their chat group. The Dink released on... Oh, that was on Netflix. The Dink released on Apple TV. A washed-up tennis pro tries to save a club by reluctantly playing pickleball to earn his father's respect. And Aang, the Last Airbender, dropped on Paramount Plus. Avatar Aang, the world's last airbender, learns of an ancient power that could save his culture from extinction. With the help of his friends, he embarks on a global quest to find it before it falls into the wrong hands. On the TV side of things, Monday, July 20th, King of the Hill Season 15 released on Hulu. On Wednesday, July 22nd, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Season 5 premiered on ABC. And Pompeii Out of Time with Tom Hiddleston docuseries premiered on National Geographic. Thursday, July 23rd, saw Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 4 premiere on Paramount Plus. Stuart Fails to Save the Universe series premiere on HBO Max. Ransom Canyon Season 2 dropped on Netflix. And Impractical Joker Season 13 premiered on TBS. And on Friday, July 24th, Breaking Bear had its series premiere on Tubi. And that is all for my releases for this week.
I did watch the new season of King of the Hill all the way through.
Is it good?
Yeah. Yes.
Just as good as the last one?
It's actually almost, now that they had like 10 episodes to get back into it, this 10 episodes is just them just rocking
firing
it.
on all cylinders.
Yeah. Like they fired on all cylinders last season. Don't get me wrong. Like that was great.
But they had to like establish
But this
stuff.
is even more like, okay, yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
They had a Peggy focused episode, which the first revival season didn't really, like, there was one that was kind of a Peggy focus, but it was also a Bill focus. Like, it was equally, that plot was Peggy and Bill.
Yeah.
And you could almost argue it was more of a Bill story than Peggy. It's just Peggy had an emotional attachment to the story. Anyway, that current season had a Peggy focused episode that kind of felt like an original series. Not the subject matter, because with the characters being older, that gives them new stories to work with these characters.
Yeah.
But it still felt like a Peggy focused episode that would have been from the original run.
Yeah. Okay.
Just, I don't know. It was just very, very good. The guy that replaced, oh man, he's a comedian. He replaced Toby Huss as Khan, Ronnie Chang.
Oh yeah.
He didn't do great in the first revival season. Like you could tell something was just off about it, but he's starting to really like come into his own with the character.
Yeah.
They give him a little more time to expand. Same with like Toby Huss replacing Johnny Hardwick as Dale. After Johnny Hardwick's passing, he's also starting to like, you're just getting more used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just great all around. Great jokes, laughed out loud several times. Hank goes to a Comic-Con.
Oh no.
You could just assume what happens from there.
I haven't even seen any King of the Hill episodes, and I know from what you've told me.
Yeah. But I don't know. It was pretty good. I can't remember what IGN like ranked this season.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have ranked it high. Whatever IGN ranked it, I can't remember what it is. My rank's higher. Even if they ranked it at 10, my rank's higher.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was great.
Generally with IGN, no.
But in my releases this week, July 20th, Cat Isle released on PC from Donkey Games and Pixel Duku. Catch a train to Cat Isle. In this cozy pixel art management game, build restaurants, expand and decorate the town. Figure out your cat's needs as they dine, shop, explore, and turn the island into their perfect home. Raccoons to Riches, released on PC from Secret Scroll Software. Strike it rich in this non-combat roguelike deck builder. Run an item shop as a raccoon shopkeeper. Sell items, manage your time, and customize your shop to stay in business for a whole month. July 20th, Colossus Eternal Blight entered early access on PC from developer Rustic Panda Games and publisher Level Up Gaming. Your brother's corrupted. The blight is spreading. Only you can stop it. Colossus is an atmospheric puzzle action adventure where you master precise combat, explore a vast dark fantasy world, and make choices that permanently scar the kingdom of Eros. Fading Echo released on PC from devs Emeteria and publishers New Tales and Com2Us Holdings. Fading Echo is a fast-paced elemental action-adventure RPG where creativity fuels combat. Manipulate water, trigger chain reactions, and shift through surreal worlds as a young legend on a mission to save a dying desertscape from the grip of the paradox corruption. Photomaly, released on PC from Riveria Interactive and publisher Alibi Games, a PlayStation 1 style horror game where you manage a photo studio, restock supplies, buy upgrades, photograph customers, and print their order while encountering unexpected events. I watched Markiplier play that one. Legitimately terrifying.
So I'm not going to be able to play it.
No, it's low poly PlayStation, which I think almost makes it scarier.
Yeah.
You're taking like it's a photo studio. You're taking pictures, but it's got this very dingy coloration to it. Like everything's kind of dingy, and they've got the old PlayStation 1 where the face was just a single picture that was plastered onto a cube kind of thing. And so there's one where you're taking a picture of this lady and you upload them to your computer. And like you look at the picture in your camera, nothing's wrong. You upload it to your computer, and suddenly instead of a picture of the lady, it's a picture of the lady throwing up her baby in the air. And but the baby's like white, and then all of a sudden the baby jumps out at you, and
oh my goodness,
different things. Like, it is legit. It's like something staring at you from the doorway, creepy. Like, it is legitimately. There's a mannequin that follows you around. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Reap and Rush, released on PC from Beijing Pacifier Technology. Reap and Rush is an absurdly addictive action roguelike. Step into the world of an underworld envoy, thrust into a chaotic underworld. Fight through hordes of Yao Gui, leveling up skills to become a soul-harvesting reaper and unravel a shocking conspiracy across endless cycles. Scarlet Deer Inn, released on PC from Atu Games and Aruken Games. An embroidered dark medieval folktale. While life in a seemingly ordinary village is all about simple chores and idle gossip, sinister secrets hide below. This is the game that was animated completely using embroidery.
Oh!
Every frame of character animation, at least. I don't know about the backgrounds, but at least every character animation was embroidered and then scanned into the game.
Ooh, so it kind of looks like stop motion, kind of?
It has like this weird stop motion medieval tapestry look to it. Not in the same way like Sleeping Beauty is inspired by medieval tapestry.
Yeah.
Anyway, you just kind of have to see it in action to see what I mean. Like, it's very cool.
Was it Scarlet Deer Inn?
Scarlet Deer Inn. It's on PC. I believe they have plans to come to Switch and PlayStation at some point. Of course, you'll have your...
I'll have my PC by then.
PC soon, but...
Yeah.
I do know, I think it has a little bit of a horror element to it, like there's something more sinister going on.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's like legit, terrifying. It's just more like, something's
just
killing
like,
things kind of thing.
Off-putting.
Yeah. July 22nd, Aqua Park Tycoon, released on PC from Voxelware. Build the ultimate water park paradise in this classic tycoon simulation game. Design and customize water slides, pools, and saunas to fulfill your guests' needs. Combine creativity, strategy, and management to make a splash in the world of water parks and become the ultimate Aqua Park Tycoon. Birds of War, released on PC from Hex Nest Games. You are a bird, you have a nest, other birds want your eggs. Birds of War is a team-based aerial person versus person game, or player versus player game, sorry. Raid nests, steal eggs, fight beak to beak in fast, chaotic matches built around flight and combat. Your mic is always hot. Your enemies can hear you. Plan accordingly.
Dude.
I don't know why I've just lost the ability to read the last few episodes. Hard Edge Warzone, released on PC from Sunsoft. Hard Edge is back as a 4v4 real-time tactical card battler. Combine strategic deck building with simultaneous team actions. Every turn, draw cards to shoot, throw, or defend. Sacrifice cards, move in high-stakes tactical Warzone. Lost in Tandem, released on PC from Tempete Studio and publisher Juicebox Studios. In a post-apocalyptic world, a young girl and a defective robot called Mekut band together in order for him to fulfill his mission. Lost in Tandem is a colorful, relaxed 2D adventure puzzle game which can be played by 1 to 2 players via couch co-op.
Ooh.
Shift at Midnight, released on PC and Xbox from Bun Nguyen and publisher Kuali. An online co-op detective horror for up to 3 players. Work together, access randomly generated shifts to investigate your customers, as some are only pretending to be human. Make one mistake and you'll be forced to board up, set traps, and hide. That one would lead to hilarity.
Absolutely.
The demo released as a single-player game, I believe. So the multiplayer thing, I don't know how late into development that was an addition. Tears of Metal, released on early access on PC and Paper Cult from Paper Cult. Fight solo or up to 4-player co-op to reclaim your island alongside your Scottish battalion. On each campaign, gain new powerful upgrades, rally your forces, and stop the invader as they carve into the Mother Stone to harvest its power. July 23rd, Avatar Legends The Fighting Game, released on all major platforms from Gameplay Group International and publishers PM Studios and Paramount Games. Avatar Legends The Fighting Game is a fast-paced 1v1 fighter where you battle as your favorite characters from the Avatar Avatar franchise, featuring hand-drawn 2D animation true to the series' roots, proprietary rollback netcode, and full cross-play for smooth competitive gameplay. I've heard the story is this weird non-canon thing where all the characters exist at the same time, because it has Aang and Korra characters. But yeah, because apparently there's like stuff going on with like Korra and Azula and everything, where it's like
they can't possibly have.
People are saying it's weird, like it's like an alternate universe story.
Yeah.
Carnival Hunt, released on PC from Crytivo and Beer Night Studio. Carnival Hunt is a 5v1 first-person asymmetrical horror game. 5 wind-up bunnies must work together, manage their noisy keys, and find a way to escape an ever-changing carnival world while one player hunts them down as the carnival monster. Cornhole Hero, released on PC from Pixel Jam and publisher Akapura Games, experienced the absolute lowest resolution backyard sports game possible in this quirky, ultra-minimalist cornhole simulator. Master intuitive swipe to toss physics, swish or slide your way through 3 frantic arcade modes, and fight for global leaderboard supremacy. No rules, just bags. It is literally,
no rules,
I
just
think,
bags.
3 colors, and it's all like shades of yellow and orange.
Oh,
and it's like it looks like an Atari game.
Yeah,
and you're just playing cornhole.
Low-key dope.
Disgaea Mayhem, released on PC, PS5, Switch, and Switch 2 from Nippon Ichi Software and publisher NIS America. Magic change into action with this brand new take on the Disgaea franchise. It's time to fight your own battles with responsive, action-packed combat. Dodo Ducky, released on PC from Born Monkey and publisher Solo Game. Waddle into a reality-bending odyssey where simply being a duck is your greatest superpower. With the help of your magical cap, switch instantly between 2D and 3D to uncover hidden paths, outsmart aliens, and rescue your kidnapped chicken friends in this wholesome puzzle platformer adventure. High Times, released on PC and Switch from Yang Yang Mobile. Manage your own cafe and become a donut therapist in this cozy dating/cooking sim. Cook mood-changing donuts, decorate your shop, and help customers navigate life, love, and heartbreak, one bite at a time. Pass the Fear, released on PC from Play Mud Studio and publisher Paras Games. Pass the Fear is a roguelite bullet hell shooter. A catastrophic witch's disaster strikes without warning, and chaos magic forms in the ancient wall of storms. Its corruption spreads relentlessly across the island. As a demon hunter trapped within, you must find a way to escape before dawn breaks. Splatoon Raiders, released on Switch 2 from Nintendo, and the single-player focused game plays a mechanic working with Deep Cut, a trio of swashbuckling musicians, and venture into the mysterious Spiralite Islands. Customize your character, kit yourself out with mechanical gadgets and ink-splattering weapons, and take on waves of enemy salmonoids as you raid the islands for treasures. That one I haven't played yet, but I've seen a lot of good things about it. Mostly people talking about the characters, but
Splatoon's the paint one, right?
Yes, it's like the team versus team. Like you're trying to cover most of the map with your paint.
Yeah.
This is every game has a single player mode. This is like an expansion of that into a full game.
Okay.
Worlds Upon the Wind releases on PC from Max Schauerbeck. Resettle the shards of a shattered world in this peaceful roguelite deck builder covering centuries of classical Japanese art. Nurture communities, befriend animal spirits, and shape a new civilization through choices that echo across generations. And July 24th, the Extremely Hard Game, released on PC from developer Babear Studios and publisher Devotion Interactive. As highly qualified goose parents work together to bring your little egg home safely. Every crack makes it harder to control, every mistake more hilarious. A co-op physics game for 2 to 4 players about teamwork, clumsiness, and honking. Honk!
All 4 of us.
Oh, yeah.
What's
absolutely.
it on? What's it on?
It is on PC.
Doesn't really matter because I'll have one soon. Dude, oh my goodness. Tell me why you said extremely, and my mind immediately went to, man, the 4 of us should play Untitled Goose Game at some point. And then you said Goose, I'm like,
Untitled Goose Game is single player, though.
Yes, but we should, I'll each take a turn while we do the same room.
Echoes of Ciudadela, released on PC from Kronos Interactive, wield your Balearic singing in a first-person puzzle narrative adventure through ancient ruins. Uncover a lost civilization and reactivate forgotten machines to reveal the secrets buried beneath Ciudadela. I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. I have no idea. That is my releases for this week.
I have my first batch of miscellaneous, and if you're thinking, Jay, you didn't say some of these, even though I know they came out, they'll be later on in the episode because these are just not related to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yep.
And posters, we got a poster for The Other Mommy, Buddy, The Angry Birds Movie 3, The Last House, Ebeneezer, Wildwood, and Transformers the Movie 40th Anniversary 4K Remastered re-release. And trailers and teasers, we got a trailer for It Ends, releasing August 21st in theaters. A new trailer for Coyote vs. Acme, releasing August 28th in theaters. Showed this to my parents, and my dad legitimately loves it. Why am I surprised that he would want to see this movie? I don't know why. I feel like I shouldn't be.
I'm absolutely ready.
I'm so ready, dude. Day one. Buddy, releasing August 28th in theaters. The Transformers the Movie re-release, releasing September 17th in theaters. Resident Evil, releasing September 18th in theaters. The Other Mommy, releasing October 9th in theaters. Misty Green, releasing in October in theaters. And Ebeneezer, releasing November 13th in theaters. You have thoughts on it?
I don't know.
Okay, so you told me these thoughts before you saw the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know how I feel about it because the marketing seems to make it seem like it's a prequel where it's like Ebenezer's story. Here's the thing about that though. That's what A Christmas Carol is.
Yeah.
Is seeing how he becomes Scrooge because it's self-reflective. And it's It's a Wonderful Life. There's multiple stories like this where there are wonderful character studies because that's what the whole book is just taking a main character and completely going through his life story to see where he is, why he is the way he is now. And so the tagline alone was before, because it's called Ebeneezer. Yeah. So before he was Scrooge, he was, his last name's Scrooge. So A, that doesn't make sense. And B,
it's going to be him in the womb.
But then the trailer, A, for one, seems to be a comedy.
Yeah.
Which is unexpected considering the director.
Ty West, did the X movies.
And B, seems to be it's just straight up A Christmas Carol because the ghosts are in it. So I am confused. I don't know how I feel. I feel like I might enjoy the Willem Dafoe one more.
Yeah, with Robert Eggers.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
This one, but if it's just straight up a comedy version of A Christmas, then maybe I'll enjoy it.
I'm sad for more Johnny Depp.
The initial first reaction I had to it, even after watching the trailer, was, it's not really focusing on the Christmas Carol story in itself.
Yeah.
It's just focusing on how much of a jerk Scrooge is. And
that is true. That is
true. How funny it is that he's a
jerk.
That
is true.
So I'm...
The Bah Humbug at the window, I was like...
I did see someone tweet a video release of Johnny Depp coming out at the Scrooge store, and it's the Scrooge store.
it's
you mean his accounting office or his money collecting office?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Scrooge.
So that's my thoughts on it. Okay, for those who don't know, A Christmas Carol is
you are
favorite book of all time. Charles Dickens is one of my favorite authors, and so I have I have highly critical opinions of a lot of Christmas Carol stuff.
Yeah. Have you seen Spirited?
Spirited? Yes. It's funny, and it's also...
Good afternoon.
More I would not call that an adaptation of A Christmas Carol.
It's like a take.
It's like a take on A Christmas Carol that acts as a sequel at the same time. It's... Yeah. Well, that's a spoiler, but...
That is true. I forgot that was a spoiler.
It expands upon the idea of people being visited by three ghosts.
Yeah.
And there's a whole scene in that one, if you haven't watched it, where it's busts of all the people whose hearts they've changed. And some of them doesn't even make sense. Dolly Parton is in the background of one of them. And it's what do you mean Dolly Parton got visited by three ghosts?
Exactly.
For what? Was that a Blackadder situation where they're having to convince her to be less nice?
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's neither here nor there. Johnny Depp is Scrooge. Interesting. We'll see how it turns out.
And release dates, Afterlife with Archie got a live-action series will release in October 2027 on Disney+. It reimagines the Archie characters in an apocalyptic, nightmare-fueled hellscape overrun with zombies. Riverdale co-creator Roberto Aguirre Sacasa is developing the series, which means it's Riverdale season 7.
Look. I understand that Archie has been around for a long time. And so Archie as a franchise is no stranger to doing dark things with the character.
Yeah.
Even before Riverdale was a thing, Afterlife with Archie was a comic book that happened. Archie Meets Predator was a comic book that happened.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand our aversion in Hollywood to just making something that's Archie.
Yeah.
Like Riverdale had to be Archie, but
dark
and
cultish
and Twin Peaks. And
yeah.
What if we took Scooby-Doo and Pretty Little Liars and made it Archie?
And Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Which is
its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Sabrina the Teenage Witch got a which, for those who don't know, the Sabrina the Teenage Witch sitcom, the pilot for that aired alongside another pilot about Archie being an English teacher at Riverdale High. But that was the last attempt, as far as I remember, as I'm aware, in the 90s. That was the last attempt to make an Archie like adaptation that was a comedy. Yeah. Because Archie, if the comic itself that isn't like a spin-off or a dark take or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's not my news. There was a new Archie comic that's announced that I think they're working with Boom Comics or IDW or something to make like another like mature take on Archie. Yeah. Where it's like, just take Archie, make it a sitcom.
Yeah.
Or a romantic comedy movie or something.
Yeah.
Like,
we have to have horror.
No, it has to be dark. And then,
Also, my apologies. It'll be Riverdale season 8. There's already been 7 seasons. I had to look that up.
Forget season 7. Is that the one where they suddenly go back to the 50s so they can actually reference their source material?
I haven't seen it. I've never seen it. I just made a joke.
I've also never watched it.
You're calling me out.
Purely out of spite, but
I do know it like started out like grounded, and then I know at some point there's like a cult, and then there's like supernatural stuff.
And there's magic. Like Sabrina Spellman gets involved, and then they go back in time, and Archie Jughead and Betty are a thing. It's like, no, Jughead and Midge are a thing. Thank you very much. Read your stinking comic books.
This is a soapbox. You know what we haven't said in a while? That's an aside.
Archie and A Christmas Carol. These are hills I'm willing to die on.
Oh, no. I don't ever bring up Archie to you again. I'll see the news. I'll be like, should I move on before we say anything more?
Yes.
Skeletons will release on June 4th in theaters. Speaking of moving on, the Snoop Dogg biopic will release on August 6th, 2027. The new Ali G movie will release on October 23rd in theaters. And Primetime and Look Back will premiere at Venice Film Festival in August. In castings, Megan Fox will reportedly return for a sequel to Jennifer's Body. And in the Stewie show, the cast was revealed. Stewie will be voiced by Seth MacFarlane. Skunk, the 100-year-old class turtle, will be voiced by Aaron Lee. Bean, Stewie's classmate who says barely any words because he was dropped on his head, will be voiced by Seth MacFarlane. BJ, Stewie's new classmate and son of Bruce, a neighbor of the Griffins, will be voiced by Mike Henry. Royal, one of Stevie's new friends that hates his crazy adventures, will be voiced by Kenan Thompson. Morgan, played by Vanessa Bayer, is Stewie's teacher who parties more than teaching the kids. Wanda, voiced by Melissa O'Neill, will be Stewie's intellectual soulmate and object of affection. And Caroline, voiced by Jessica Lowe, will be a wannabe influencer and Stewie's formidable classroom nemesis. That's all for my first batch of miscellaneous.
In my gaming news, a new God of War game focused on Kratos is in development and will have ties to the events of Laufey.
Yes.
DCKO, a free-to-play fighting game, was announced. I believe it's a mobile game.
Do we ever figure out who won the comic book run?
No, because I never brought it up. I think Superman and Lex Luthor both. I think Superman won. I'm pretty sure.
I remember
Superman
we at one point were going to be like,
Superman won because right now this main Superman run is being taken over by Superboy Prime, who's the fourth wall breaking Superman from our universe. It gets complicated.
Yeah.
But right now Clark is not the main character of
Superman
because whatever happened in DCKO when he won, he's like gone. So I don't know how long that's going to last, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Royalty Free for All releases August 11th. That is the Super Smash Bros. Like game using characters and locations based off of royalty-free characters and stories and stuff. It's not straight up like, oh, you're playing as like Dorothy or, you know. It's like, oh, we took the concept of these royalty-free characters and made our own characters. Like there is a character, his name I'm fairly certain is Sweeney Todd, but he's Sweeney Todd's electric razor that's like alive and uses a small pair of scissors to attack. And There's a dog named Dorothy who like can summon tornadoes and drop houses on people, and
So it's very clear references and stuff.
yeah, Mother Goose is just
free.
straight up a character. Sir Lancelot is a character.
Yeah.
You can fight on like the Little Shop of Horrors, the back rooms. There's a place called the Waffle Hut, and you're just fighting inside of a Waffle House.
Oh,
it's
my word.
it's really funny.
Dude.
Lego will be at Gamescom this year. Phoenix Cyclops is the first DLC character for Marvel ToeCon, releasing this fall. That is Cyclops from the X-Men who has fused with the Phoenix Force. Insomniac's Wolverine, his costume will also be in Marvel ToeCon. Dear Passengers was announced, a first-person co-op game about working with friends to run a flight on the world's worst airline. That is bound to end well with our group.
Absolutely.
Chop Chop Inc. releases August 7th. Recreation 2 was announced. Lost and Found, a This Bed We Made story has been announced. This follows This Bed We Made protagonist Sophie in the 1960s. That's about 10 years after the first game. Wrapped up in a story on board a transatlantic cruise. It releases August 5th on PC. It's a really fast turnaround. Search for your missing twin sister in an abandoned orphanage in first-person horror game Black Lake. Akatori releases August 5th. Undead Space was announced, a survival horror set on Mars, coming to PC. And Batman Caped Crusader Chronicles was announced, in an exclusive game to Amazon Prime, an up to 4-player co-op mystery game in which players solve cases with Renee Montoya, and releases July 31st.
Ooh.
Nintendo has some news. Final Fantasy XIV is coming to Switch 2 August 4th. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Switch 2 Edition launches on digital July 30th. Hasbro released the Hyrule or Heroes of Hyrule line of action figures, each based on Tears of the Kingdom, not the movie like I thought.
Yep.
Kind of surprised, but I think I misread. I think toys will be based on the movie when it comes out. Like part of their contract is.
Oh, they were just okay. Not these toys.
But Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf, and they're based on their appearances of Tears of the Kingdom, releases in spring of 2027. I believe Link and Zelda are on the cheaper side, and Ganondorf, for some reason, because he's bigger, is like almost double the price. But he's like an inch bigger than them. So I have no idea why he's so much more expensive. But it's cool. Like their clothes are kind of a rubber, so they can like
move with it.
Move like real nice. And Ganondorf's sword can be sheathed.
Ooh.
So
I like that.
It's pretty cool. They're going to be great for playing with and for and like just for display.
Yeah.
And then Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave got some cast reveals for the characters. Kendall Bird is Esmeralda, Madeline Morris is Talia, Jimmy Yamaguchi is Fabio, Chris Akawa is Bakar, and Michael Johnston is Peter. The Obsession's Michael Johnston.
Bear.
Which, for those who don't know, he did anime and video games before being in an Obsession.
Yeah.
But kind of cool that
now he's
in this Fire Emblem game, which he's been in Fire Emblem before, I think, as like a random character. But here he's like a main party member.
Yeah.
And that is my gaming news.
I have my second batch of miscellaneous and new looks. Got a new look at season 4 of Ted Lasso. First look at Gandalf in season 3 of The Lord of the Rings of Power. New look at the Looney Tunes in Coyote vs. Acme. New look at Robert Pattinson as Chris Hansen in Primetime. First clip from Motor City before it released. New images from Ice Cream Man. First clip from Werner Herzog's Bucking Faster. And our first look at the Family Guy Halloween special, which features Kieran Culkin as the devil. Special follows Brian and Stewie as they find themselves in hell, paying for 24 seasons worth of bad behavior. And first looks, got our first look at Stuffed, Jodie Comer and Harry Melling. The musical romance film follows a taxidermist who longs to stuff a human specimen, but ends up falling in love with a man who volunteers. In Glenn Powell news, he will play Lou Gehrig in a biopic. In box office, most of it's The Odyssey, earns $50.6 million in its domestic opening day, which is the second biggest opening day for any movie in 2026, fourth biggest opening day for any R-rated movie ever. Had the second biggest opening of all time for an IMAX release, grossing $51.8 million, only behind Avengers Endgame. Opened with $264.1 million worldwide, which is the biggest worldwide opening of Christopher Nolan's career. Had the biggest Monday for any movie in 2026 so far, earning $18.7 million domestically. Now tracking to pass $1 billion worldwide in its box office run, expected to become Christopher Nolan's highest grossing film ever. Tracking to earn around $85 to $95 million in its second domestic weekend, only 31 to 23% drop from opening weekend, and would be higher than opening weekend of Oppenheimer. Michael is now the highest grossing movie of 2026 worldwide so far, and Swapped has become one of Netflix's top 10 most watched English language films of all time. In the box office draft, Toy Story is sitting at 969,114,982, The Odyssey at 389,468,517, Michael at 1,010,238,388, Minions and Monsters is at 375,228,838, and my total as of just before recording this is 2,368,821,887. Stumpy's Moana is at 191,381,363. Supergirl's at 124,025,054. Masters of the Universe is at 133,664,651, which your total is, as of recording, 1,326,886,904. In new announcements, only two. A RoboCop TV series is officially moving forward at Blumhouse with James Wan and Ed Numere executive producing the series. Days of Thunder 2 is moving forward with Tom Cruise returning the star. Filming is eyeing to begin in early 2027. And miscellaneous mentionables, Atari and Universal Pictures have signed a deal to potentially make 10 movies based on the following games: Asteroids, Adventure, Berserk, Breakout, Centipede, Crystal Castles, Millipede, Missile Command, Pong, and Yar's Revenge. The Paramount and Warner Brothers merger is officially on hold. It will not move forward until June 1st, 2027, or until the courts provide a ruling on the lawsuits facing the merger. And in Lego news, we got a new idea set reveal of the official reveal of the X-Files Lego set, which will have 1,478 pieces, retailing for $199.99, releasing August 4th. And the official confirmation of the Shrek minifigure series, which will feature 12 minifigs: Shrek, Fiona and Donkey, Pinocchio, Gingy, Dragon, Puss in Boots, Thelonious, Big Bad Wolf, Merlin, Lord Farquaad, Fairy Godmother, and Prince Charming. And that is all for my last batch of miscellaneous.
Very cool selection for the minifigures.
Yes.
Legit, how do you make a movie out of most of those Atari games?
I know. I was thinking that. It reminded me of Pixels.
Yeah.
Like, especially Centipede. I'm like, is it going to be like Battleship, which I have yet to see, but I know exists?
Or Tetris.
True. Or Tetris. Hey, Tetris was actually a good movie.
Well, yeah.
Like, legit.
Because that's what about the making of Tetris. You can't make 10 movies about the making of these games.
Exactly.
But they have a spin on the game's elements. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like, maybe get away with one of them. Pong.
You're just making
Marty Supreme.
Yeah. It's just Marty Supreme again, but it's a sequel to Marty Supreme, but instead of playing ping pong, he's or table tennis, sorry.
Yeah.
He's playing Atari's Pong.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of a it's a mix. It's
Yeah.
a mix of Marty Supreme and Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy. It's directed by Benny Safdie, not Josh Safdie. That's a dig that no one else will understand.
No anniversaries this week.
No pop culture news because obviously San Diego Comic-Con.
So I do have anime news. And comics news. You want me to do both and then you just run with everything else? Or you want me to do anime, you run your thing, and I do comics?
You want to do anime, then I'll do my Comic-Con that's not comics.
We can do that.
Yep.
Mi-chan and Miss Yamada, a web manga by Nin Azuki, is receiving an anime adaptation. Akira Toriyama has been inducted into the Will Eisner Hall of Fame. A new film in the Galaxy Express 999 series has been announced. Vertex Force releases October 3rd. Because I, the True Saint, was banished, That Country is Done For is getting an anime adaptation in 2027. Saint Elaine's engagement is called off out of the blue by her fiancé, the Crown Prince Claude, who then banishes her from the kingdom. Fed up with Claude's incessant bullying and unfaithfulness, Elaine sets off to a neighboring kingdom in the hopes of starting a new life. It is then that she meets Nigel, a man of sincerity and the exact opposite of Claude. An anime adaptation of Kusunoki's flunking her high school glow-up has been announced. A Studio Cabana anime is in the works for 2027. Yukari Maki is a high school girl who prides herself on honesty, and she's starting to get the feeling that she and her delinquent classmate Yusuke Kusaka don't have a single thing in common. But her straight-laced unwillingness to let him skate by in school earns her an almost chaperone-like reputation, much to Yusuke's apparent disdain. Yet despite his disdain for her hovering, Yukari is willing to let a new rumor about Yusuke spread. or is unwilling to let a new rumor about Yusuke spread. After following him home to discuss it, she watches him stop at a music studio, and there Yukari sees and hears a side of Yusuke she has never imagined. Yuri Queen is getting an anime adaptation of Nietzsche's Sometimes Even Reality's a Lie is in the works. Kaoru Terasaki is a gamer who's into MMORPGs, and he's finally meeting up with someone he's been friends with in-game for a long while, this time offline and in person. He's worried that his friend will be disappointed to see Kaoru as a guy, unlike his female character in the game, but he's the one who's in for a surprise when instead of another guy, his friend turns out to be a cute gamer, Nanami Osaka. On top of that, Nanami told her parents that she would be bringing a friend over, a female friend. Even worse, Nanami's dad is the super overprotective type who won't allow any guys near her daughter or his daughter. There's only one solution to this dilemma. Kaoru has to cross-dress as a girl. Will Kaoru's efforts pay off in the end? Will Kaoru and Nanami remain just friends, or will their time together IRL change everything? Follow this romantic comedy adventure to find out.
My God.
I feel like that description could have been way shorter.
I'm like, you got to that point. I'm like, wait a minute, did I miss the title? No, he's still going.
That's pretty much just the first 2 volumes right there of the manga. It has to be.
Jeez.
But seems interesting. The hook of, I have to cross dress to be with my friend when. Yeah.
It's like Mrs. Doubtfire, but for friendship. I love that. Low key.
That is my anime news.
I have my first batch of San Diego Comic-Con news. On Thursday, July 23rd, Collider held their Directors on Directing panel with Zach Kreger, Jonathan Goldstein, and John Francis Daly with a couple updates. Zach Kreger revealed the Weapons prequel Gladys is still being written, but he is unsure if he will direct it. Goldstein and Daly's upcoming Star Trek film is being written, but won't follow characters from previous Star Trek films. Avatar 7 Havens was announced. Their trailer was released. Got first look images, and in the series will follow earthbending twins after a world-shattering disaster where one discovers she's the new Avatar after Korra. All 26 episodes will release on October 9th on Paramount Plus. And I misspoke. It wasn't announced. It was just stuff was revealed about it. Percy Jackson and the Olympians Season 3, we got a trailer for The Curse, which featured Percy holding up the world. On Ray Guns, a sneak peek was shown. On Friday, July 24th, Star Wars Detours, a curated section of episodes, will finally be shown publicly. They will be screened at the Lucas Museum once it opens. Resident Evil will include the main character having to find weapons and ammo in similar spots as the video games. The typewriter will also be featured, and a lot of the film is shot in a unique third-person way to resemble the video games. Zach Kreger said, quote, "When Austin looks right, our camera operator swings to look right. It felt like the camera was being physically controlled by Austin." Love that. For those who don't know, Austin Abrams is the actor in it. Onslaught, it will be a spiritual sequel to The Guest as it takes place in the same town. Dan Stevens plays a mad scientist in prosthetics with Rebecca Hall as his dominatrix handler. And Drew Starkey plays a sex-positive terrorist on MDMA who works for the government. Blade Runner 2099 releases November 25th on Prime Video. We got first look images and a first trailer was released as Michelle Yeoh and Hunter Schafer took the stage. The Lord of the Rings of Power, Simon Pegg will voice the Balrog. Got a first trailer was released and it revealed that Sauron will craft the One Ring. The Walking Dead Dead City, Emily Kinney's Beth will return for an alternate reality episode. Interview with the Vampires was renewed for season 4. It will be titled Queen of the Damned. Sheila Atim will star as Akasha, and the first poster was released. And the cast of Spaceballs, the new one, took the stage, minus Bill Pullman, to talk about it and reveal a first trailer that wasn't released publicly. Mel Brooks will return as Yogurt. He performed the role in mocap with ILM and Weta rather than using the golden makeup. And on Saturday, July 25th, Yaga will release in October. Apple TV had their Hall H panel, which featured a first poster and first trailer release for Matchbox the movie, and a first trailer for Neuromancer, as well as a first look at Callum Turner. We got a first trailer for season 4 of Reacher, and a first trailer for Carrie was revealed. If I missed anything, it's because there was a lot happening, and I was not able to keep up on everything as much as I would like to. But I'll get it next week. And that is all for my Comic-Con outside of comics.
In my comics news, I have a lot here, so if there's anything I miss, it's because I'm only really bringing up the stuff I feel like we can A, talk about, and B, is like big enough to like we need to talk about this.
Yes.
Because there were some announcements of like writers joining like current runs and different things like that. But an Absolute Black Canary one-shot will release. It is set between the 2 Green Arrow arcs. So issues 7 through 12 will be a completely new arc. I mean, obviously, it's not like they could last minute expand the story.
Yeah.
But it will be exploring plot threads set up about Black Canary in issues 4 through 6. A special one-shot Absolute Batman Beyond Arkham has been announced. It will introduce Professor Pig to the Absolute Universe.
Yes. And that's going to be wild.
Oh, I mean, as dark as the Absolute Universe is, Professor Pig's already a very dark character.
Yes.
It's also going to explore other Ark locations, because for those who don't know, it's not Arkham Asylum, it's Ark M, which is one of 12 facilities, Ark A's through M, that does secret experiments underground on humans. New Steel line of comic books will be coming from Morgan Hampton. We got a new look at Absolute Cyborg and Absolute Cheetah. Absolute Cheetah is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. I would put it, dare I say, up there with the Joker.
I feel really bad for that version of Barbara Minerva.
Yes.
A new Vixen ongoing book will be coming from Stephanie Williams and Kari Randolph. We're getting a new Static book coming from Cody Ziegler and Diego Olortegui. Jonah Hex and the Shadow of Death is a new comic coming from Michael Walsh. The Demon, like Etrigan, is coming from James Herron. The Shadow of the Bat is a new Batman comic series coming from Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez. Those are that is the team behind Absolute Martian Manhunter, which I believe recently won 3 Eisner Awards.
Ooh.
Batman of Two Worlds is coming. It is a crossover between the Absolute Batman and Prime Batman.
Is Prime the regular Batman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the primary universe.
Yeah.
Deluxe editions of the Absolute Universe, first volumes of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are coming. And we got to look at Muppets Take Marvel, including Kermit and Fozzie talking to Spider-Man. Marvel is releasing a new Indiana Jones 5-issue series, Indiana Jones and the Sword of Pandemonium, launching this December. Takes place during the original movies runs. And then we got a first look at Predator versus Punisher, a 4-issue event coming at some point in the future. Not a whole lot of Marvel I have written down. That's because I did not see a lot of Marvel Comics news.
I didn't see a lot.
But
either.
DC was all over, like, up in front and center.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's because they missed anything or it's because if Marvel just didn't have a whole lot to talk about.
It's like the opposite with like what I have.
I do know that. Another thing, I didn't write this down, but they are going back to the status quo. Eddie Brock becomes Venom again.
Ooh, okay.
So, because as the last I had heard, Venom and MJ had bonded, and if they unbound, they would both die because of a sickness MJ has and something wrong with Venom. And so MJ was Venom, which MJ was also she also had her own superpowers recently, which were like luck enhancing or something. I can't remember what her powers were, but her superhero name was Jackpot. You just hit the jackpot. Tiger.
Oh, for the luck.
Yeah. But like she got her own powers and became the hero Jackpot. Her and Spider-Man weren't together because Spider-Man can never be happy. And Paul. Anyway.
Did you see that Tom Holland was like, I felt weird when people were cheering that he's so depressed in the trailers for the Brand New Day.
I don't get it. Like, let Spider-Man be happy. Anyway.
Yeah.
This is an aside. We can move on. That's my comics news.
I have my comics news in DC outside of Comic-Con. Lanterns got a new poster and a new look at Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre. Got a first clip of Batman vs. Bane and Batman Nightfall Part 1. Clayface got new images, new trailer, and Peter Safran says the Clayface and Creature Commandos is the same character as introduced in the Clayface movie, which means this take place before Creature Commandos. The trailer was horrifying. However, I will be seeing it, and I don't like body horror, so I need you to hold my hand.
Trey can hold your hand.
You're not seeing Clayface?
I'll sit this one. I'll wait for it to be on streaming.
I'll wait till it's on HBO Max. And then in San Diego Comic-Con, Batman Cape Crusaders revealed that Matthew Needham will voice the Joker in Season 2. And Lanterns had, I believe, a Hall H panel which they released a new trailer featuring revealing Laura Linney will play a member of the Guardians of the Universe. First look at Sinestro, new look at Hal Jordan in his Green Lantern costume, and new look at Guy Gardner. Very True Detective-y, very Yellowstone-y, which I didn't expect. Manhunters are...
Why didn't they lead with this kind of marketing?
Yeah.
Because...
Well, they did say True Detective from the beginning.
I was already excited for it. But everyone was like starting to get scared because all the marketing they're doing up to this point was very like
no superpowers at all.
It wasn't very Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Like even color wise, you were like, you know, why? I still don't understand why there's gold in the costume because yellow is the weakness of like fear is the weakness of But it's also set before Sinestro or the Sinestro Corps are a thing.
Yeah.
If they ever become a thing in this universe.
Yeah. It makes sense that they like didn't reveal it all because, you know, it comes out. I forgot it came out middle of August.
But
to have
at the same time, when your initial reveal gets that kind of backlash,
true,
and you've been doing what people have been saying that they wanted you to do, and you're just not. You need to get interest built up. Is what I'm saying. The trailer was awesome. Like
it was amazing.
I can't wait. I
love that this. True Detective style for like because they're space police.
Yeah,
and
I just love Jon Stewart. Like Jon Stewart's one of my favorite characters.
Aaron Pierre. It's like I love anything he does. Hal Jordan. I was like, they said Manhunters. I'm like, ayo?
Not Martian Manhunter.
No, not Martian. No,
different thing.
I know that.
Although, at some point when they're talking in the trailer, so this isn't spoilers, when they're talking about like, oh, they can transform to anything, and one of them transforms, it does have like a costume that's a little reminiscent of like Martian Manhunter's costume,
like the cape,
like with the X.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, but
wait a minute. Somebody come look at this.
And I saw some of them like, I hope that when they do eventually introduce Martian Manhunter, that they don't think people are stupid enough to like not know the difference, because but at the same time I'm also scared that people are not going to know the difference, so they'll just call him Martian or something.
People now are going to be like yeah,
but either way,
I'm very excited for it. Like I said, I forgot it comes out middle of August.
One of my favorite episodes of the Justice League cartoon is a Jon Stewart focused one that also has the Manhunters in it, and it's also a mystery.
It just I love a mystery. I love that it's like that kind of like style. I love it. So I'm very, very excited for Lantern.
Still don't understand with the whole. I'm wondering if they're going to end up like revealing there's another ring or something.
True, because have you seen the theory that Hal Jordan's going to be killed off after episode 1?
Based off the footage, how?
Exactly, because there's a lot of footage. Like it makes sense if like it's a lot of everything we've seen from him is like one location, but unless you're going to make that first episode like a movie length,
yeah,
I don't see him being killed off in the first episode. Will he make it through the whole series?
All I'll say about that choice is I once watched a movie with Vin Diesel in it. I think it was either Vin Diesel or Bruce Willis, and his character's killed off 30 minutes into the movie, like when the action starts, and I spent the rest of the movie being like, okay, but where is he? Because he's like on the poster and everything, and I was like, the movie was a lesson for me because I spent the whole time being like, he can't be dead.
Yeah.
Well, how is he dead?
And then he's actually dead. That happened with the Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal and something. I forget who. I apologize who the actress is that's also in there. Life from like 2013. Mm-hmm. Either one of Ryan Reynolds or Jake Gyllenhaal, one is like killed off very frequently early into the movie, and it's like you build those three.
So, and also like just poor Hal if they do kill him off in this series.
Yeah.
Because that character just can't get a break. I mean, the big Justice League cartoon, and they go with Jon Stewart, and now they're doing that again with like big live action, finally redeeming himself, and you're gonna anyway.
Oh, anyway, on Marvel Avengers Doomsday, for all as far now. Okay, did you see how they tease this? Mm-hmm. Every Sunday night they released a clip from Fantastic Four, and then this one they released the previous Sunday. Was altered, and it says how long do we have, and it's like not long at all or something like that. They really surprise dropped, in my opinion, the first full trailer for Avengers Doomsday Monday morning, which featured our First look at Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. First look at Thor versus Doctor Doom. First look at Loki. First look at Shang-Chi versus Gambit. First look at Mystique fighting Yelena as Yelena. First look at Thor reuniting with Steve. I put this in quotation marks. We'll talk about. First look at the Avengers, New Avengers, and Fantastic Four together, and a new look at James Marsden as Cyclops. It was the trailer that they showed at CinemaCon, based off the footage description. The reason I put quotations around Steve, have you seen the theory about who he actually is?
He's not Hydra Steve.
No, I wasn't thinking that. Someone said it's Loki.
I don't believe that either.
Steve, because now he's finally worthy.
I believe he's Steve Rogers.
After
it has to be because of time travel. I think this is what happens to Steve while after he
when he's with Peggy.
Yeah,
which we'll get into that later. But yeah,
and not just based off of, because I already told you, I kind of saw I didn't read all of it, but I kind of saw a leak. But even without seeing the leak, I kind of have had theory. Now that I've seen this trailer, I wish I hadn't seen the leak because I don't want it to influence my theory. But my theory that I was getting was very close. So I realized that the Secret Wars storyline that we've been talking that they're adapting this. I don't think they're adapting the old Secret Wars. They're adapting the newer Secret Wars, which has really cool concepts and is one of my favorite Marvel storylines. And it's in the comics. It's how Miles gets into the main universe. Yeah,
which makes sense in Spider since they can't. Kevin Feige reiterated. I don't have it in my notes, but
going off the trailer, do you mind if I talk about not the Secret Wars storyline, but the storyline that leads into Secret Wars in the comics?
Yeah.
So, based off the trailer, I think this is pretty close. In the comics, it's the Avengers versus the Illuminati. It's not Avengers versus X-Men. Okay. But Avengers versus Illuminati, as the Illuminati is choosing to protect their universe before incursions start happening to the main unit. 616 is starting. They are going and they're destroying other universes before incursions can happen. And so the Avengers find out about it at the time. It's Captain America and a few other, Iron Man's not in the event. He's in the Illuminati and stuff. So it's kind of a Civil War-esque thing where it's the Illuminati versus the Avengers plus Namor and his own group of people, all fighting each other because they all have different ideas on how to approach the incursions. Meanwhile, Doctor Doom is searching for power and he's hunting down the Watchers. Mm-hmm. And so all four of those storylines converge at the end, and it ends with something that leads into Secret Wars that I think the movie's also doing this, only except for Illuminati, it's X-Men. So I think what's happening is the X-Men is destroying other universes to protect themselves, and the Avengers are like, hey, that's not cool. And Doctor Doom is like, hey, what if we work together? But he has ulterior motives about the incursions. I think that's what the storyline we're getting is.
I like that.
Which also makes me feel like the whole Robert Downey Jr. playing him thing, I don't think is going to play into anything.
I don't think it will either.
I think he's going to be masked the whole time.
Yeah.
So
he's just getting someone like that powerhouse to play it. I never thought it'd lead into anything, but
so yeah, I also think Loki's not going to play as big a role as we think he will.
He's barely in the poster. So that concept art they released for the Comic-Con.
But yeah, so that is that storyline, and that is my theory of how they're going to do that.
Yeah.
And so it's all going to converge into why it makes sense for why Spider-Man's not there, because how. I hate that they're kind of having, if they're doing what I think they're doing, Peter's kind of going to be in the place of Miles in the storyline, because Miles has a big role in the Secret Wars storyline that follows. The original storyline's called Time Ran Out or Time Ran Out or something like that. It's
I feel like would make more sense if they still had the Kang.
And it also involves two different Reed Richards, the one that's good and one that's evil.
Yeah.
They're combining things. Obviously, it's the MCU, so they're combining things.
Yeah, they're taking liberties.
But I really do think that's the storyline they're going with. Is it's X-Men versus Avengers for most of the movie, and then they realize they've been played by Doom.
Yeah.
Thus Doomsday. So.
Yeah, I don't think there are any a lot of people aren't making it out of this movie. everyone's like, how are they going to... What are they going to do against Doom?
Even if they're not making out of the movie, I think they're going to be in Secret Wars anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I can't elaborate any more than that because I know you don't want spoilers.
Yeah.
But if people die in this movie, don't count them out for appearing in Secret Wars.
I would never do. But people are like, how are they going to... What's Yelena going to do? I'm like, that's the point. It's Doomsday. Doom's going to win this movie. The trailer is the second biggest trailer launch of all time with 503 million views. Also got a first poster, and it has earned $16.5 million in the first day of ticket pre-sales already. Spider-Man Brand New Day, we got a new look at Punisher and Spider-Man fighting Hulk. The final trailer was released, which kind of recapped Peter's adventure, up until this point. Got a new poster, first look at Tombstone, a new look at Sadie Sink, and Rosario Dawson has revealed that she shot a scene as Claire Temple for Spider-Man Brand New Day, but it was cut, which means if we get Daredevil in this movie. Amy Pascal says they want Destin Daniel Cretton to direct more Spider-Man movies. Ryan Reynolds says that a new Deadpool movie will eventually happen. And Kevin Feige did an interview with, I believe, Joshua Horowitz before Comic-Con where he said a couple things. He said Adam Driver has passed on many roles for Marvel films, saying, quote, "It's no secret that we'd like to, but it's a tradition to Zoom with him and then he passes." He doesn't see the MCU having a full reboot after Avengers Secret Wars, and they said they have plans for the MCU through 2042. And as for San Diego Comic-Con, X-Men 97 Season 3 is finished and will be renewed for Season 4. Vision Quest, it was revealed that Ultron will be getting a new music theme. That was all outside of their Hall H panel, which kind of bookended the big events for the Comic-Con. During their Hall H panel, they said the re-release of Avengers Endgame will come with an exclusive look at Avengers Doomsday that releases in September. It was revealed a new Ghost Rider movie is happening with Ryan Gosling starring. Did they say Johnny Blaze?
They just said Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. Directed by Sean Levy, who directed Deadpool and Wolverine, and it is releasing in 2028. Got a new clip from Spider-Man Brand New Day. It was shown. The whole cast of Avengers Doomsday came on stage. It was revealed that Haley Atwell will return as Peggy Carter. A new Doctor Doom poster, and it was revealed through a clip that Pedro Pascal and Doctor Doom do have a history in the clip. And then Black Panther 3 was officially announced with Ryan Coogler returning to direct. It will release on December 15th, 2028, shot on larger format celluloid film. And David Johnson has been cast as T'Challa's son, which means there's got to be some form of time jump in between Wakanda Forever, because he's like 5, 6, 8 maybe, to his like 20s. Starring David Johnson and Letitia Wright. And also, they announced a sequel to Eternals titled Eternals Forever in theaters July 13th, 2029. That's disgusting fish.
Okay.
I just saw it and I'm like, I'm going to pull that up. That is all for my Comic-Con news and number of appearances. 72 Hours, Avengers Doomsday, Look Back, Reacher, and Spaceballs, a new one, are on their second episode. Aang, The Last Airbender, and Carrie are on their third episodes. Minions and Monsters, The Odyssey, Supergirl, and Toy Story 5 are on their fifth. Moana on its sixth. Spider-Man Brand New Day on its 8th, Masters of the Universe on its 9th, and Michael on its 12th. In Celebrity Deaths, Kaylee Hoddle was 18. She played Gia in Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla x Kong The New Empire. Jennifer Finch was 59, member of the grunge band L7. LaToya Malcolm was 35, former Miss Universe Jamaica finalist and actress. Willis Fuentes Aquino was 23, 2026 Miss Universe Tegucigalpa runner-up. Mary-Kate Golding was 34, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel set designer. Chris Affleck was 83, Casey and Ben Affleck's mother. Chuck Russell was 74, The Mask and Nightmare on Elm Street 3 director. Zally Perry was 93, actress known for The Underwater Warrior and Tillamook Treasure. Olivera Katarina, was 86, Serbian singer and actress known for I Even Met Happy Gypsies and Tears for Sale. Akbar Abdi was 65, Iranian actor known for Mother and the Actor. And Joachim Kurzel was 84, who was a German dub for Otto in WALL-E. My sources this week were Movie Insider, IMDb, Deadline, Gizmodo, Dread Central, Lego, Entertainment Weekly, Empire, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, The Numbers. Special shout out to Games Radar for keeping me updated on Comic-Con. Total Film, and of course discussing film.
This is news. I can't believe I missed this, and I'll get in my sources. So via Polygon, Tomb Raider Catalyst has been delayed to 2028. Yes. I can't believe I missed that.
I just saw that off on the... Just because they figured it happened because the other one was delayed.
My sources for this week were IGN, Polygon, Discussing Film, Crunchyroll, Nintendo Everything, and the official sites and socials of the studios and projects mentioned today.
And now, to wrap up our Spider-Man potato salad tier list, we have our final 5. We're going to start out with Hubie Brown, Spider-Punk, anti-government, anti-everything.
He's not going to show up with potato salad.
That is true.
They're going to tell him to make.
Nonconformist.
They're going to tell him to make potato salad, and he goes like, "Screw you! I'm going to make mashed potatoes." Actually, probably won't even be potatoes. Screw you! I'm bringing a bowl of Skittles.
Do I need to make a new tier? Or do we just put this in no one touched it? Or would that be a highlight of the gathering?
Brought Skittles. People are going to... Spider-Man's going to eat Skittles.
Highlight of the gathering.
Highlight of the gathering, but it's not even potato salad.
It's not even salad. That's the thing. Is he below Ben Reilly?
He's above Ben Reilly.
Above Ben
Skittles
Reilly.
is better than potato salad.
I agree. I'm down that hill. Okay, up next is Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman.
I know Jessica Drew by name, and also the fact that you play as her in one of the Lego games, but I don't know if I know about her enough.
I was like, where are you going with this?
I don't know if I know about her enough to say what kind of potato salad she would make.
I don't either. However, I am getting, like, I hate to put it, just stack our C level, but I'm getting Julia Carpenter vibes, only maybe B level. A little bit better than Julia Carpenter.
Put her in B.
Penny Parker, Anya Corzone, and then Spider-Man India, where we think she ranks among them.
Follow your heart.
I want to say above Spider-Man India, but below Anya Corzone. Right there in the 3 out of 4. And that was who? Jessica Drew. Miguel O'Hara, 2099.
It was his idea for the potato salad because he controls everything about. Of course, that's a movie.
And he forced them to bring. People didn't want potato salad, but he was like, "No, hey."
For some reason,
I'll delete you from existence.
And here's the thing: for some reason, everyone's bringing potato salad, and I think it was his idea.
It's only a potato salad.
It's a canon event. Just turns out he really likes potato salad.
Backstory: we got out of Across the Spider-Verse, and you were like, "I hate that man." I heard you say it multiple times throughout the movie. You're like, "Come on, dude." Oh, you have a vendetta. What did you say before? I forget.
I said he secretly loves potato salad. This is why this is happening.
So would he have the best one?
Ironically,
or does he think he has the best one?
He thinks he has the best one, but no one touched it.
No one touched it. Would they eat Spider-Hands before his, though? Or one below?
Jessica Drew might have eaten it. Just be like, oh, we got to make him happy. But
true. So below Spider-Man Noir? That's the last one I have in one.
I would say below Spider-Man Noir.
Spider-Man 2099. Next up is Superior Spider-Man, Otto Octavius.
I feel like this is also a high C, low B tier of he scientifically made this, like he's like following this to his, he gets it down to a science, and it somehow ends up being mediocre.
So low B would be can't tell if it's store-bought or not.
Yeah.
Would that be it? Like the biggest insult to him? Like people are like, this is fine.
It is made so meticulously that you cannot tell if it's store bought because it's just made like to taste so much like potato salad. Like this is the most potato salad has ever tasted. And
the more he defends it, the more people don't believe him.
Yeah, the more he defends it, the more he's like...
The more it's like, okay, he
shows like receipts of like the ingredients. He has like footage of him making it, and they're like,
you're smart enough to doctor that. Wait, AI generated what?
AI generated, man. I don't
know what to tell you. My guy. So, below Spider-Man, are we saying the lowest of can't tell if it's store-bought?
Yeah.
Below Spider-Man India. Our last one... I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like it's no one touched it tier.
Okay.
Can you guess who it is?
No.
Venom.
Venom?
No one's touching that. Potato salad.
No.
No. Kane would eat it. But therefore, it automatically means one person enjoyed it. Because Kane was like, this is good. I don't know what Kane sounds like.
Just put it down with Kane. And
below Kane?
No, above Kane. There's still a chance someone's going to eat it. It depends on...
Because it's Eddie's side that made it.
Is it...
Eddie.
Is it anti-hero Venom? You know? I assume if he's there, Venom. It's anti-hero Venom.
I would say like... Yeah, like movie Venom, like that kind of anti-hero Venom, where it's like, yeah, he'll still eat a guy's head, but that's also you're like, there might be some human blood in this or brains. That's why he's not.
He would start to, and then I would be like, no, we can't do that. And he goes, fine.
Fine, but you are picking me up one on the way there. Above Kane, below Spider-Ham.
Yeah.
Or the way they eat it before Spider-Ham.
No, I feel like even Spider-Hams would be still more trustworthy.
It's just completely animated versus this pile of slop.
It just tastes like animation cells.
I'm eating paper.
This is plastic and ink.
It's just the white of the... I hate that. It still looks comic booky. Okay. To recap our Spider People potato salad list. In S tier, we have Hubie Brown bringing the best potato salad because it is not potato salad. It is Skittles. Skittles of all things. Followed by Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider, and Gwen Stacy, Ghost Spider and Spider-Gwen. In A tier, we have Miles Morales, Peter Parker, and Mayday Parker, basically holding down the prime. Like, it's fine. In B tier, we have Penny Parker, Anya Corzones, Jessica Drew, Pavita Parker. I'm not going to attempt that. And Otto Octavius in the B tier. In C tier, Silk, Bailey Briggs / Spider-Boy, Madam Web, Julia Carpenter, Spider Noir, and Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 29.9. And in D tier, we have Peter Porker, a.k.a. Spider-Ham, Venom, and then Kane's just there. Poor Kane.
Don't give him pity. On that note, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those interactive things. Be sure to follow the podcast on most social medias at Mondays for Nerds. Follow me, Tristan Stump, at Sir Stumpsalot or Sir Stumpsalot17.
Follow me at Poe the Panda 001 or Chris M. Pratt Fan.
And we will see y'all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.